Hello everyone, my name is AZZATRU, how are you, and welcome to another Star Wars Battlefront 2 video of mine. And in this video I'm going to be doing a bit of a different video. I'm going to be talking about the modding community, how to make mods, why you should get a PC to play Battlefront 2, and a bunch of different things, because in the past few weeks or so I've received a lot more questions about modding, and a lot of them are the same sort of questions, and I felt like the best way to bring all these questions rounded up into one package and give you all of the answers to them would be to make a video instead of replying to every single person individually or potentially missing questions here and there. Modding is quite a big deal and is a very complex subject. There's the community involved with it, and the PC version of the game is far superior to the console version, so I want to offer some clarity and cover some common misconceptions. I've seen a recent influx of new modders starting out after coming from console and getting the game for PC. I would love to help out potential modders by answering questions or pointing them in the right direction. I will start about talking why you should get Battlefront 2 on PC. If you can afford a PC that runs the game at 1080p 60 frames per second, then you should totally get this game for PC. PCs just aren't as expensive as you think. You don't need to go all out and spend $1,000 on a gaming computer to play this game. And just a quick note, AMD has unveiled brand new CPUs that are pretty low cost for their performance and would be a great way to buy in to the PC as a gaming platform. Plus, games are typically cheaper on PC from places like Steam, and you don't need to pay online, unlike on PlayStation and Xbox. So where you pay, let's say $40 to $50 every 12 months for PSN or Xbox Live, Origin, Uplay, Steam, all of those clients do not require a monthly subscription service to play online. I know a lot of people have been saying they can't afford PSN for their PlayStation 4 to play Battlefront 2. Well, on the PC, it's not a thing. The PC version has better graphics depending on what graphics card you have, but you'll also have the ability to tweak so many different graphics options to get better performance or better graphics. There's loads of customization in the settings for how you can use your controller, or lots of customization with the mouse and keyboard, such as key bindings. You can also get a higher frame rate above 60 frames per second if your monitor does allow for that. Plus, there's the all-important FOV slider, which gives you a wider perspective, unlike on console, which is locked at a low FOV at this moment in time. I would say almost every single video I post gets a comment about FOV. Why is your view so zoomed out? Well, it's not technically zoomed, it's just a wider angle camera lens, and you can see a lot more. I think the Xbox and PS4 version is locked to 70, I want to say, whereas most PC players play on around 90, and people don't like me playing on 80 or 90, but you get so much more spatial awareness, and it just feels so much more natural, and you get to see more of your character as well. We still don't know if the FOV slider is coming to console, but the last we heard it is that DICE were potentially looking at it, but we just don't know. The reason being, performance cost. It will reduce frame rate. We've seen that on Titanfall and Battlefield games on console. Higher the FOV, the lower the frame rate. And with the PC version, you can get mods. And mods are not going to be working on PS4 or Xbox One ever. They're never coming. Just like almost every single game released for the Xbox or PS4, there is no way of using them on there. I think Fallout 4 is the only game on the Xbox One and PS4 that supports mods as such. There is many reasons why, and this is another reason why PC games could be classed as better, because it allows for this non-cheating modding community. A lot of people are also unsure about the rules for modding, so here is the bottom line. Any mod you use when playing a multiplayer game of Battlefront 2 is a risk of getting your account banned. However, most mods, like cosmetic mods that change the look of something, is a lower risk. Few people, if any, have been banned using just mods that change slight appearances in about 2 years, but there is the risk, so please be aware This is not me saying you have any freedom of doing what you want. There is many reasons why. There's a lot of legalities behind it, but like I said, it's unlikely, but it is possible that it does happen. Mods that change weapons, however, will be a permanent ban, no questions asked. Do not use a mod that changes how a weapon functions or swaps a weapon out to a different character online, because you will be banned. Even mods that change a weapon visually could be a permanent ban. There is no 100% confirmation it will, but it may happen. Try to use mods that have been updated to the latest Battlefront patch, as the older the mod is, the more risk of it giving out a ban, because it hasn't been updated to the latest version of Battlefront 2 and could trigger newer protections that has been put in place to stop hacking. On the Nexus mod website, where most mods are posted for Battlefront 2, a lot of them will say that this mod is a lower risk to use online, but always look out for that, because some people may not include it, and some will specifically say do not use this online. I've only ever used mods in arcade, and using them in arcade is totally fine. There is no risk whatsoever, even with weapon mods. Also, a quick note, when you use a mod, you can only see the changed assets. No one in your game will be able to tell you have mods on, so let's say you have a specific clone legion that changes the looks of all of the clone troopers in your multiplayer lobby. They won't see it, only you. Another hugely requested feature from me is, how do I make mods? Please make tutorials on making mods. And despite me making a few mods myself, I have not committed my time to learning to make more advanced mods, so I am way too inexperienced to making mod tutorials. However, there are many tutorials on the Battlefront modding Discord server to use. There will be a link to the Discord server down in the description below for when you've finished watching this video. For simple mods you want made, they can easily be done by yourself following the simple tutorials in the server. Also, something I want to make clear is that there are fundamental limitations with what can be done and what can be achieved with modding in Battlefront 2. You cannot give Maul General Grievous's legs or add any capes to Grievous. It is simply impossible and will never happen. There are other examples I can give, like the Stinger Pistol as a dual-wielding weapon for Jango Fett mods. There are many reasons why it just can't happen. The assets you have in the game are all the ones you can only use in modding. You cannot import 3D models or something along those lines to mods to make them in Battlefront 2. Another thing I want to mention is that mods usually break with each update for Battlefront 2, so every 4 weeks or so. This means the modder has to re-export or remake the entire mod from scratch to work with the new version of Battlefront. Do not expect many mods to be updated for the current Battlefront 2 update at the time you play to work or give a low risk of ban. And one final talking point is that mods are not better than what DICE can do. Even modders themselves say this. They agree DICE not lazy. They agree DICE make better stuff than the mods, and mods are nowhere near as close as DICE quality. Someone said that this Anakin mod is better than DICE's Anakin because it didn't take months to make. I'll let you guys be the judge of this, but I'm pretty sure I prefer DICE's version over this one. The modders also don't have the same Lucasfilm and Disney scrutiny, bug testing, or many other proper games development steps to do. It is super complex, and you may not understand what we mean. Also, DICE have to make everything in the game work for Xbox One, PS4, Xbox One S, PS4 Pro, Xbox One X, and the hundreds of millions of possible compatibility differences between PC parts. You may have a very similar PC to your friend, but the likelihood of you having the exact same motherboard, RAM, graphics card and processor and more components identically is very, very low. Same goes for every single other person in the world. PC users typically don't have really powerful hardware because it costs a lot more to get that really good stuff, but it's still better than the standard consoles. Finally, DICE cannot allow mods to be sent to them and put in game well because there are several reasons relating to how mods are made, not to mention the legality issues and PlayStation and Xbox issues. So that is going to do it from me. I hope you found this video useful, you learned something new, and be sure to drop a like if you did enjoy this video, and check out the links that I've mentioned down in the description below to get to learn how to use mods, how to install them, how to make them, and subscribe if you are new around here. Check out any of the 2 previous videos on screen if you did miss them, and I shall see you all in my next Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. Goodbye.